Well, howdy do. I just did a video for the Sandies here, the hopped up wheat whiskey. It's Copper Run. It's a whiskey they use. They run through Mother Sandy Mash. I think that's correct. Hell, I can't be wrong. Fuck. But they use that at some point in the making of this whiskey. I did a video for it neat. Now what I've got is this one on the rocks, as well as my Spirits of St. Louis from Square One Brewery in St. Louis. Both of them on the rocks, and I've done a video for it neat too, so I didn't see a need to do one again. I want to kind of do both whiskeys. I was noticing some differences, or what I was remembering is differences. Now, I'm not doing these side by side to say which one I like better. I like to get a perspective of how different brewers, distillers, create. I mean, this is art, right? I mean, to me it is. I mean, to many folks like me, craft beer and these micro distilleries, they are art. So it's not like looking at two great artists and saying which is better. It's looking at them and appreciating the differences and how they can come about it, right? I mean, you don't look at the Mona Lisa and Starry Starry Night and say which one is better. You look at them both and you appreciate both, and that's kind of what I, in my way. I mean, to me, this is art on that same level. So there you go. Yeah, I was noticing that I felt that the Copper Run. I was feeling more malt from the Copper Run than I was the Spirits of St. Louis Hopskey. Spirits of St. Louis Hopskey, the Hopskey here, the aroma is more, to use a term that's used a lot in craft beer these days, especially when referring to IPAs or Imperial IPAs specifically, it's dank. You really smell that dankness. The hops are more ever present in the Hopskey, that is for sure. It is. They are deeper. It's earthier. It's spicier. Everything about the hops is more pronounced. However, they are. They are noticeable in the Copper Run as well. But you do feel the malt whiskey. It's not a malt whiskey, but you do feel the malt in the whiskey. Let me say that. I'm trying to say that the right way, but I'm stumbling over my words. I'm going to say that the Copper Run is smoother in the fact that there doesn't seem to be as many rough edges. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for the Hopskey. And what I mean by that, by rough edges, is that you feel the flavors more. I mean, the hops are bigger, they're more in your face, they're more pronounced. That's what I mean by rough. Not necessarily that it's hard to drink. Are you following me? Sometimes I don't say things the right way, man, and people get mad. Both are great. I love Copper Run products. I have an aged whiskey that's beautiful that I've bought a few times. But I hadn't tried this, so I really wanted to give it a shot. Hop whiskeys are a bit of a trend. Let's just admit it, because there's a lot of crossover between craft beer drinkers like myself and and small batch whiskey drinkers or micro folks in like the micro distilleries or boutique distilleries. I mean, I'm a fan of whiskeys, bourbons specifically, and good whiskeys are good. Okay, try it again. I'm a fan of craft brews and their counterparts in whiskey. So there you go. Now I'm stumbling all over myself. And this is my first whiskey. Son of a bitch. As I've added the water to this, not I didn't add water, but I mean I had the ice and I let it melt here. As I've added that to it, I do see. Oh, wow, it's very easy drinking. You really feel the sugars more as you add a little bit of water. I noticed the same on this. that as the ice melts, the hops, that dankness kind of mellows a bit, and it all kind of blends together. Both are great in their own way. They're not trying to be the same thing. That's why I'm not going to say which one is better, because there isn't any better. They're not trying to be the same whiskey. It doesn't make sense to say, well, this one's better than that one, because it doesn't make sense to do that. They're both completely different whiskeys doing completely different things. They're both employing hops in completely different manners. That's why I don't like to grade. The honest answer is, will I buy either again? And the truth is, yes, the caveat being circumstances. Circumstances being, do I have the money available when I'm in, when both whiskeys are available. So yeah, I mean, both are great. Both are worth it. But if you're a whiskey fan, you should really want to try both. The Copper Run, Copper Run, shit, the Copper Run, Sandy's Hopped Up Wheat Edition, and the Spirits of St. Louis Square One Hopskey. So there you go.